Hey family, welcome back to On Cloud Lindsay. And if it's your first time, make sure you hit that subscribe button, join the family. In this video, I'll be giving you all the information you need to know regarding applying for your driver's license in Abu Dhabi. From the very first steps of which files you need to open, the apps you need to download, the exams, the whole process. Okay, so one of the first issues I had at the very beginning, maybe somebody else might be in the same situation. I lived in Ajman, but I had to get my driver's license in Abu Dhabi because that's where my visa was issued. Now, if I wanted to be able to do the test and do the whole process in Ajman, I would have had to be able to provide them with a contract, maybe a work contract to say I'm working in that emirate, or an apartment contract, housing contract to say I live, to prove that I live there. But I didn't have any of those because of the visa that I was on, so I had to just go all the way to Abu Dhabi to get it done. Another thing I want to mention is that I got the golden chance. Now, what is the golden chance? The golden chance allows you to go straight to the road test after doing the theory exam. So you would not do like the parking test or the yard test and any other test that you would do in between. And the main requirement for that is to have a valid driver's license from your country. And I'm assuming that it's just a list of certain countries, so you'd have to double check to make sure that your country is on that list to see if you're eligible for the golden chance, because trust me, that would save you a lot. So step one, opening the traffic file. So before opening the file, there are some documents that you will need to prepare and have in hand. So you need a copy of your passport and your visa, of course, your Emirates ID, you need some passport size pictures, maybe 2, and you will need to get an eye test report. And you have to make sure you go to an eye testing center that does eye tests for the purpose of applying for your driver's license, because not all of them do it. Then you'll need to get a no objection letter from your sponsor. It's not always needed, but again, that depends on your personal situation. I prepared mine, but I didn't use it. They didn't require it of me. And then you'll need to prepare a translation of your foreign driver's license, which I don't remember if I used it, but I had it. So you need to have all those documents in hand. Then you are going to go to the Emirates Driving Company, not Emirates Driving School, Emirates Driving Company in Musafa in Abu Dhabi. And that's where you will go to open your file. And of course, that's going to cost a fee. I won't give the fees because over time the fees will change, and I don't want persons to make their preparations based on the exact figures they hear. But at the end of this video, I'll give an estimate of how much it costs overall. Alright, so after you go to Emirates Driving Company and you open the file, you'll get a text message that indicates that you have successfully opened your traffic file. The next thing you're going to do after that is download the Abu Dhabi Police app, or the AD Police app. I'll put a picture here. After you download the app, you'll have to, well, of course, open the app, create a driving test file or a try file, which is for your first attempt at the driving test. And this is going to cost another fee. So please make note of all the times I say fees. Okay, so that's going to cost another fee. So after all the required files are open, you are going to set a date for the theory, the course, and the theory exam, because of course you have to prepare for the exam. As a recipient of the golden chance, which I had mentioned earlier, I had two options. I had 2 hours face-to-face classes or 8 hours online. But because I was traveling from so far, I needed to get as much done right away. So I chose 2 hours of face-to-face classes, which was, I think, the following day. And then the exam was right after that. So the classes plus the cost for the exam, again, another fee. And of course, when you take the exam, you get the results right away. So as soon as you finish the exam, you click submit, the results come up on the screen, and they direct you downstairs to do what you need to do for the next step. And all of this happens in Musafa at the Emirates Driving Company. So some important tips for the exam. You need to be familiar with the handbook that they will give to you when you register. Everything on the exam will be coming from the handbook. You need to remember traffic signs, very important. And you can practice by doing the mock exams that are online. Now, so make sure that when you're searching for the mock exams online, you're searching for the Abu Dhabi driving test, not Dubai, because even though they are similar, they are different in a lot of ways. I spent a lot of time preparing, practicing with Dubai mock exams, and then the actual exam in Abu Dhabi was completely different. So I missed out on the opportunity to practice more and specifically for the Abu Dhabi test, because I wasted my time preparing for the Dubai test. So these are the main tips, the main things that you need to remember. And once you're confident, then you can go ahead and take the exam. Now, after you pass the theory exam, then you will immediately be directed to another section. I think the police station, it's still at the same place, where you will take a picture for your learner's permit or your learner's license. And then the first date for your road test will be set. Now, for the learner's permit, you don't get it right away. It will be mailed to you, but the soft copy will be uploaded to the Abu Dhabi Police app, so you have access to that right away. So I think you can use the soft copy on the app to start practicing your driving until you get the hard copy. And as I said, the first date will be set. You will get a notification of that date, which is normally 2 to 3 months away. Now, you can call Emirates Driving Company if you do not want that date, you want to change the date. Most times you can change for a later date, but not an earlier date, because it's normally packed. Okay, so that's something to bear in mind. And of course, all of that again costs another fee. So the next step is the on-the-road training. Now, even though I got the golden chance, I still had to get a certificate of on-the-road training. Now, in order to get that certificate, I needed a minimum of 6 hours of training on the road. And there are many options in terms of driving schools at the same place right there at Emirates Driving Company. There are many of them there. You can choose, and the costs will vary depending on which one you choose, from 70 dirhams to about 100 dirhams per hour. So it really depends on which one you choose. And it's good practice, because when you do it there, you actually practice in the same area where the road test is conducted on a daily basis. So even while I was doing my practice, my driving practice, I saw the vehicle and the students and everybody, you know, doing their tests, where the bus stops, where they start again, and so on. So you get a real first-hand experience practicing in that area. So you've completed your hours and you're ready, your certificate is ready. Next is the day of the exam. What are you going to do? You're going to go in early, Emirates Driving Company, check in at least 30 minutes early so that you don't miss your bus. You have to make sure your certificate is uploaded, which might cost a fee. Then you have to pay your road test fee, and then you have to pay a bus fee. All right, and again, I won't give you the specific figure. Then after all of that is done, you will get your bus number via text message, and then you just go outside, find the bus, and enter the bus and wait. On the bus, you will see a big screen with the names and the order in which you will go. And of course, the first student will start from right there at the company, and they will be the first one to drive out the police car and go out. And then the bus that you're on will follow. And then when the police car stops, it means that person's time has ended, and they'll come off the car, get back on the bus, and your name will be called as next. But then you'll see it as well, so you don't have to listen. You can also watch the screen and get closer to the door when it's your turn. When it's your turn, all you need to do is just get off the bus, go in the car, be pleasant. For me, I tried my best to be pleasant in hopes that, you know, I could pass based on how pleasant I was if I didn't do a good job driving. But just be pleasant. You would be required to present the police with your Emirates ID, so have it in hand, and just wait for your instructions to go, turn left, right, whatever, and you'll just go according to the instructions of the police until they say stop. They'll tell you where to stop, what kind of stop you'll need to make. That's up to you based on where you're directed to stop. And that's it. When you stop, you get out the car and get back on the bus. And of course, you have to be on the bus until everybody has completed their turn. And then the bus will take everybody back to the driving company at the same time. Now, how long after that does it take to get the results? You actually get the results right away. So as soon as we got back, and you know, we were on the bus for quite a while, so a lot of us went to the restroom. And while we were there, everybody was getting a text message saying pass or fail, pass or fail. I just checked because I couldn't bear the suspense, and I passed, and that was it. So after passing the road test, when you get the text message, you can go on the Abu Dhabi police app again, because your driver's license now would have been uploaded to the app, but it would have been uploaded with the same picture from the learner's license. So if you don't like the picture that's on the learner's license, you have a chance to upload another picture for the actual driver's license, and then that is what will be printed and mailed to you. And of course, we have to pay another fee for that, for them to prepare it and send it to you wherever you are in the country. And that's it. So once you pass the theory, you get the golden chance, you go straight to the road test and you pass that, then you're good to go. And based on what they told me, once you get the driver's license uploaded to the app, you can start driving with it right away the same day until you get the physical copy, because now you are a licensed driver in the UAE. All right, so in terms of the fees, I did my little calculation based on my expenses, and overall I spent about 2,600 dirhams overall. So this is an estimate if you're planning to get your driver's license in Abu Dhabi. I'm trying to be specific. I'm not sure about the other Emirates. This is what it cost me. All right, so by the time you're ready to take the exam, it might be a little more, it might be a little less, depending on how they have increased or reduced the cost over time. I've heard someone mentioning stuff about some simulator tests when you do the theory exam, you also have to do some simulation and so on. I didn't have to do anything like that. So again, things change and evolve over time, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same. So at least going into it, you have an idea of what the cost is and what the experience is like and the time frame. So for me, it took a little more than 2 months from when I opened the first file to when I got the driver's license. And that's it. If you enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below if you have questions about things that I may have omitted or forgotten to mention. You can ask the questions, I'll respond. And if there's anything you need to know about life in the UAE, please feel free to leave a comment below and I will respond to those as well. So thanks for watching if you've made it this far, and see you next time on Cloud Lindsay.